Vega squadrons turn to pick.
As we're talking about before, you know, not too bad against Invoker, hard laning Sage, but you can't kill him too easy, and he can fight, which is what these guys need to do.
Maybe the safe later this game, we'll see how they look to set things up here. With the Enchantress getting banned out, Vega aren't going to have and the Chet already banned. They can't put that much pressure on the OD, and the Nature's Prophet is on the VP side, so
yep.
VP's cores are going to have a really good start here, it looks like.
I think they go offensive with Juggernaut usually, Virtus.pro.
What kind of lane what kind of supports would you like to see?
Witch Doctor was banned.
Yeah, Venge is still in, but just got picked up, yeah.
Okay, so then...
I'm not sure they're going to go offensive, to be honest. You can, with the Nature's Prophet, give it the safe lane, but Beastmaster's going to have a really good time then.
I think they go all in on the healing, and they just push early. They have their dry side, they can take Roshan really easily.
Witch Doctor's already removed, though.
I think they could go 3M Protector. It's actually...
Warlock. Let's see that EGM Warlock.
I was going to say, I almost want to see a Crystal Maiden in this
Crystal Maiden's pretty good.
We see it rare.
The aura is kind of pointless if you have OD.
Yes.
He's pretty burstable
well,
here.
for the lane, it's actually quite good.
The big thing I'd like to see from VP, though, is as control around the pit. They do not have much in the way of vision right now, just Treants. Does not match the Hawk or the Invoker or the Venge. Vega have all the vision heroes, so... You look at this draft, you're talking about wanting to push and take Roshan, you need vision to do
Oracle could work, actually, for Shadow Demon.
They go a total 180. Good against Roar, someone gets Roar, just disrupt that target.
Yeah, we've seen Shadow Demon picked up once before in this 30. It was picked up with an Invoker for some amazing Sunstrike damage. I mean, it was basically an insta-kill.
It's ludicrous,
but this is a really forgotten hero.
Is this a Mirana game?
Could be. I mean,
they must have something in mind with the disruption, because right now it's great against Roar, can dodge a Sunstrike with it.
But you already have like that control with Astral Imprisonment in terms of dodging things.
Well, if you think about it,
you mentioned Mirana. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're considering it.
If you look at Vega's lineup, like Invoker, Beastmaster, Venge, they all have like insane single target damage, like burst damage, and especially early game, Invoker has like 3 spells. If you just like blow all of that on a hero after you roar them, they just disrupt them. All of a sudden, you don't really have much.
Yeah.
So they need like continuous damage, like Gyro.
So you guys think that they'll be using this Shadow Demon as a setup hero, or I mean?
Well, it's good with Choke and lane. You can set up for the spin.
Yeah.
If you go offensive.
It'd be sick to see some kind of Kunkka.
Not only that, you can have the Nature's
Demon.
Prophet teleporting in that time as well, so it's great, for positioning also from far away.
And you also have the Astral Imprisonment as well to protect.
Whoa!
Nice call, Shane, nice call.
Look at you.
Yeah, they want to be able to fight relatively early around the pit. Great hero for it.
The spread damage is really good against pushes as well. And you can fight...
I think VP might have something greedy in mind here.
The problem is, though, a lot of Gyro's damage is magical, you know, early game. So having Juggernaut offensive, it's really, really easy, actually. You just spin at him.
We're going old school.
So is this a 4-position
Lina?
You think Lina?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Roaming with the Shadow Demon for the setup kills.
Lina, hello 2013.
Woo!
Okay,
support. This is some FY and Fenrir stuff, right?
Alright,
Yeah.
Could it work, though, is the question. Will this be able to work out, the Shadow Demon Lina combo?
You know what I'm worried for? In terms of dire advantage, they do not have a great lineup for taking Roshan.
Who?
Virtus.pro, you got the healing ward, that's
amazing.
Nice.
Astral, like the OD just destroys Roshan. They have healing ward. They have like, they actually...
Vega are really good at fighting at Rosh, though. This is not like an easy Rosh game.
And Vega has got good tools to take Roshan as well with the Venge and the Invoker there. I kind of feel like it's a 50-50, while I feel like it should
I still think Brood could be in the pick if,
oh my god.
If they pick Beastmaster as a support.
Don't do this to me.
They're
Don't put my hopes
Lina
up like
is good
this.
against the babies.
Show me the babies, Belro!
No, Lina will kill your babies.
Oh, yeah.
There will not be a Brood.
Like later in the game, yeah, but early game, she just pressures.
Baby side is half the fun of Broodmother. Come on, baby! Show me the spider. Oh, the arachnid assailant. Come on.
What's happening?
The arachnid assailant?
They could go back for something safer, though.
Please, just pick it. Okay, what are we thinking, boys?
I mean, Dazzle could work too.
Darkseer comes to mind if they would just want to be able to team fight around the pit. Could run the Beastmaster as that 4 position still. Probably like a slightly less risky option, but I think it is a good Brood game.
Oh my god!
Yes! I'd like a support.
Yeah,
I think Beastmaster is really good in the offlane.
Wow.
They're gonna play it safe.
And I almost wanted to say Earthshaker, but I was more thinking almost Sandkey.
Alright, so Shadow Demon runs up. does the disruption, and Lena's about to do her stun on top of it, and then Air Shaker just interrupts it. Yeah, it's very good.
Very good.
Oh, but is it good enough for them to win, Shane?
No, I love Lena. Shadow Demon is like
You're going VP?
crazy. Yeah. Good.
Okay, Shane's going Virtus.pro. LD, what's your favor?
No way. Vega have the Beastmaster. They have the better team fight lineup for me overall. I think Shadow Demon Lena is very risky for lane stage. If they don't get much done with that combo early to mid game, then they're just not gonna have an impact in team fights.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, there's a reason people don't pick those crappy heroes anymore. I'm gonna go with Vega 200%.
Shane, I'll be on your side. We'll see if Virtus.pro can 2-0 this. Virtus.pro almost need to 2-0 this if you're gonna assume that they're gonna have a tougher time against Na'Vi because they need to win 3 out of their 4 games today if they want to make it to LAN finals or at least be comfortable to be in that top 3 of the 8 in league play. Let's find out though. Game number 2, it is gonna be Vega versus Virtus.pro with OD Pixel and Draskell.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back indeed for Game 2, Vega Squadron versus Virtus.pro. I'm OD Pixel, I'm joined by Draskell, and the game is underway. Let's get ourselves into it. And Andy, bit of a switch up this time. This time VP are going to be the ones with that big old powerhouse of OD under their hands. G's going to be the man playing it. And elsewhere across the board, they were talking about the potential of a Brood off and off laner having the Beastmaster as a support. But it indeed is going to be Mag once again on one of his signature heroes on the off lane. And they do decide to opt for that last pick, Earthshaker.
It's a little bit unconventional, but so are heroes like Shadow Demon. So I think the pick Shadow Demon is really nice against stuff like, you know, Beastmaster, where we were talking about the counters for that. So they obviously took Venge themselves, Vega, so you're left with a Shadow Demon. They go for that option. The Lena Shadow Demon roam, something we haven't seen for a very long time, mostly because nowadays you can't really commit 2 supports to just walking around the map anymore. It's just not really that efficient in the way that the current state of Dota is played. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to lane it, as right now it looks like, you know, he's going to make his way towards bottom, no fear. And the other thing, too, to worry about if you're Vega is that even if the Shadow Demon is there and it's just one other hero, you always have to worry about FNG's teleports on top of that as well. You can get, you know, a spin on maybe a disruption if you get lucky. And that hero, more often than not, will be dead unless the fissure, as the analysts were saying, lands perfectly. So it's going to be a little bit scary for Vega here in this early game. And they do themselves have a tri-lane. So Blast from like 2 years ago, tri-lane versus tri-lane, off-laner versus off-laner.
It really is. It is something that we're not that used to seeing as much as indeed, as you said, as we used to in Dota 2. I mean, this top lane matchup, so Mag on his Beastmaster against FNG's Nature's Prophet. I mean, I'm already just seeing this. This is surely going to be a hard lane for FNG because Mag, he knows how to play this position.
It can be a little bit rough, especially if the Beastmaster gets an early stout, which he's already picked up. But at the end of the day, we talk about the movement through the lanes and how much pressure VP can apply in that safe lane of Vega. You know, FNG wants to TP behind the tower. He can tank the tower with a Nature's Call, and then they can dive, go for a kill. You get a spin going, you get a Light Striker ready to follow up a disruption, and there's not really much that Vega are going to be able to do if the combo actually is successful. But it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be interesting because we don't really see try versus try much anymore. And Gyrocopter versus Juggernaut, I kind of have to give a thumbs up to the Jug. It's always been a nice matchup for him, because the magic damage doesn't mean anything to you, you just spin it off. During mid-game, if you get a nicely placed Omni, you just kill the Gyro anyway. And that's in conjunction with things like Soul Catcher on top of that, which just amplify the amount of damage that you're going to be taking from the Omni in the first place, so...
Yeah, and I do just want to bring attention really to this mid lane. I mean, we know that OD's going to have a strong lane against Invoker, but G's just played this perfectly. I mean, look at this. He's 8 for 6 against the 1 for 1. He's letting no one pretty much get nothing in this lane. I mean, OD has been absolutely bang on in his first 2 minutes. The laning, the control, it's been absolutely all there.
Everyone who's ever played with G says, like, mechanically, he's one of the best players they've ever seen. Like, he's actually just insane. And he's been that way for... who knows how many years, 5 or 6 years, however long Dota 2 has been out, and even before that he was still considered to be very good, so no real shocker that he's kind of stepping it up. You could also say that no one could be experiencing a little bit of tilt from game 1.
Look at this. 2 minutes in this room gank on the top lane, coming in from your Gyrocopter, no one. Dropping a Sunstruck to find that.
Who would have seen that one coming, honestly?
I don't think anyone would have. I don't think FN did. I think he didn't even know what he was doing there himself. He was like, I'm here with an Invis room, 2 minutes in. What the hell is happening? Is this even Dota 2? But he gets themselves the first blood. So.
It's a needed rotation as well, because they can't lane the Gyro against the aggressive lane of VP, because again, if you get disrupted, you're kind of just dead. So it's a nice move, ends up netting them the first blood. FNG going to be a little bit sad about that one, as Mag is going to be forced into the jungle now, but he's already almost level 5. So I think the Gyro versus Nature's Prophet should still favor FNG slightly for the time being, but it's more just about getting the Gyro some EXP, because if you can get him a quicker 6, get the call down ready to go, then you can start kind of pressuring in your own way, rather than letting VP dictate their own tempo.
Oh, this could be very nasty for the Invoker as well. Alert doesn't know if they're coming in a rotation. We've already said how no one's been struggling, and a nice placement of the Force Pro there. We'll scout that out. So no one won't be caught out this time, and he should be fine for the time being. So the gank will be unsuccessful. And I mean, if that gank was successful, that would have been a real kicker for this Invoker, who's already having a pretty tough time against the OD. Bottom lane, Yoku, the play fearing himself away from a bit of aggression that Solo and Shoma were trying to bring out. And getting a bit of farm now on the Shaker here, as of course with these lane switcherounds. So all in all, the efficiency is certainly going to be there with Vega spreading their heroes across the map now.
Yeah, that's one of the other reasons why we see Shadow Demon so little nowadays, is he kind of needs a secondary hero to be useful. And if the secondary hero is not around, you just don't do anything. And Solo throwing out a defensive fissure, just going to try to TP it off.
TP, it's a nice one.
Not
Very
envision
nice.
there.
And the Slayer himself, he should be able to duke this one out by the looks of it, and he will. Too far away for the risk of a light strike to come through. So very nicely played there from Vega, avoiding once again this action, which, as you said, is taking the resources of 2 heroes each and every time. Top lane, FNG with the micro, trying to look for the block, but FN just a little bit too speedy with those phase boots. Doesn't manage to get himself away in time.
He's still forcing the Gyro back though, which is really nice. And also getting himself close to level 6, get that Nature's Wrath going, add that on top of the Shadow Demon combo with the Soul Catcher. That I'm not sure if he's going to go 1-1-1 or if he's going to decide to level Soul Catcher. It kind of depends on the lineup, but the Soul Catcher Lina combination is really powerful.
It really
okay, he's just going to go for the poison. It's just an extremely good value point, even if you decide not to max it. Grants Vision, still does a pretty reasonable amount of damage at level 1 if you get a good amount of stacks. And plus you can use it to farm the jungle if you get to a stage in the game where you feel like you can play a little more greedy.
And I like this as well. You got the Lina hanging around mid. G knows if he hits an Astral, it should be a surefire kill. Set up the light strike array, but no one is playing it good with at the moment. He's holding back. G, will he get the chance to get an Astral? Is he going to go for it? Lina's actually going to go and check elsewhere. Actually looking for the wraparound, but that is going to be spotted out by the ward. So
You got the disruption, or the imprisonment. But
Lina too far away now. So it'll be unsuccessful and no one playing it well, just keeping himself safe, making sure to not give up anything more. Now he's actually got the one, being the one with friends coming into the mid lane. Mag, Ashkemmer, smoked up and they've got a roll. Drops it straight away onto GM with the Sunstrike Magic Missile. It's a beautiful and very, very smooth rotation and gank there from the two of them. Smoking up as soon as 6 comes out. The Beastmaster, and that's the kind of kill you need to be getting. Shutting down G, who's already having a very, very nice time in the mid lane on his own.
yeah, that's when you want the Shadow Demon to be kind of camping your mid when those supports are off the map. And it's a bit harder to keep tabs on Mag since he's been in the jungle for quite a long time. And the warding that VP have, it is kind of around mid, but the angle they came from, the wards don't scout it until much, much later. So a little unfortunate for them. And no one going to be quite happy that he's managed to get the 2 kills on the board. Obviously got the first blood with a Sunstrike and then getting a kill on a G. A little bit of revenge here from game 1. Going to have a quick pause. And a nice start from Vega. The nice thing is, you know, they got their Invoker catching up a bit, but Invoker and Gyro are still a little bit behind in regards to overall CS. But the kills, I think, for the Invoker kind of supplement that fact. It's the Gyro, I think, who is having the biggest issue in this early game. But he is approaching level 6. Talked about that timing, and before that, VP are going to decide to push the safe lane tier 1.
Try and get to these objectives indeed. And yeah, without the 6 on the Gyro, as you said, there's not really too much they can do, Vega, in terms of trying to hold against this advance from VP, so they're going to have to let the tier 1 go. Same time, mid lane pings are coming through. We're going to see the both Solo and Invoker hanging around, just seeing if they could catch out G with the Fissure, but the follow-up wasn't there in time, so G's going to be fine for the time being. And we'll see where VP decide to push next. At the same time, we'll see where Vega go with this smoke.
They are smoking on Roar cooldown, quite literally. There's like 2 seconds left when we clicked on G there. So
can they get themselves a courier as well there?
You can roar the courier too if you want to.
You can if you want. See what the play is here. It's going to walk straight over them. They're going to decide to just look for the kill instead. They'll get the vision with the wave straight in. They don't even need the roar for this one.
I actually think killing the courier is more valuable than killing Aloha Dance, to be honest. But if they turn it into a tower, then obviously it's worth. But I think the the cooldown on respawn is just so low that they might not be able to kill this tower without being contested. We'll see though if VP want to try to defend.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Right, Yoku farming very aggressively here on the bottom lane. It's level 7 at the moment. And will start to get himself out of their top lane. FNG and No Fear coming in with the defense, and looks like Vega are going to hold that off for the time being. No one taking around.
I think Mag actually cancel cast his roar because the smoke broke, and maybe he was assuming that the kill would be more valuable than the courier. But it's a hard decision to make in a snap. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah. Especially if there's more heroes there. It's like,
coming
dude,
in from
you
behind.
blew the roar on the courier. We needed it for the fight, and talking about the fight solo. Astral into the light strike, the combo's there. Vega, they look to try and want to do something in return. They've got a roar, they do have a cooldown coming around here towards the mid lane. Cooldown is going to clip onto 2. The sun strike onto G as well. That's the OD. The ultimate coming in from Yoku will punish the aggression from the gyrocopter. Now, maybe see if they can move it for more. Blade Fury onto Mag, but Mag rather tanky here, but the Sprout already gets it. FNG takes down Mag on the Beastmaster. Low on us, Fisher to the backside. He's gone. It's a 2 for 2 at the moment. Can they get more? Yoku's still there. Should be able to find the bench. Will do. It's a double kill for FNG though. Who now sprouts up solo, and FNG looks to maybe find himself a triple, and he will. Triple kill for FNG on his Nature's Prophet. Great play from the man. He's been receiving a lot of flack online for his performance on the offlane and a bit of flack there from the gyrocopter, but he's just done it there without triple. Great play and great presence from the team as a whole, and personally, FNG himself.
FN was just a little bit too far out of position there. Diving too deep for the kill, ends up getting a solo Omni to the face with his team just a little bit out of range of being able to split that. If the Omni doesn't kill Gyro, I think that Vega probably end up winning that fight pretty handedly. So FN, overextension, not the greatest. They end up getting a couple of bonus picks
and
here.
FNG, he's not done. That Sunstrike hit. That man was a dead man. FNG tried for the TP out and will just make it. The question is, can VP turn this into a kill onto no one?
That was sick, actually.
Sick.
That was a really good ice wall, man. To be honest, when you're playing Expert Invoker, your only real escape mechanism is ice wall. Because your Ghost Walk is crap, because you can't move very fast, because you only have 1 point Wex usually in the early game.
You're kind of moving
and he has none, so he can't even use ice wall. Or, excuse me, can't even use Ghost Walk, but yeah. It's actually much harder to position those than you would think.
Yeah. Well, 5-5 at the moment, 10 minutes in. It's certainly panning out to be a bit of a tighter one than game 1, at least. No one really swinging away massively, but it is a slight edge for VP, I want to say, really, at the moment.
Yeah, a little bit, but it can swing either way very quickly, and I think that Vega probably have the advantage in terms of overall team fight.
I mean, mainly I'm just looking really kind of the difference between Yoku and the Gyro.
I guess so, but the Gyro has a much easier time in fights making his spells be very effective and just the amount of damage that he does, because Juggernaut is most likely not going to get like this 3 or 4 man spin where your call down can very easily hit 3 or 4 heroes. Your flat cannon's going to be hitting everyone because it's 1,000 radius. So it's a lot easier for the Gyro to be impactful, I think.
And here's the classic combo. SD and Lina having some fun in the jungle. They'll take down Shoma, but Mag is there with the rebuttal. We're on to low dunks. That's going to be 1 kill. Can they find themselves more? In fact, Mag, that Fisher just done it there, saving the man, but FNG will punish the Shaker. They do manage to get Mag out, though. Shaker giving his life. Still good for VP. It really, really is. 7 for 6 at this point. The push coming in from no one on the mid lane with the Forge Spirits. Odie is there. Cold Snap will hold him at bay and keep him at bay there.
It's a pretty interesting game so far. A lot of heroes that we don't see a whole lot of. Shadow Demon, Earthshaker. Oh, good swap.
The result on a kill while the FNG Sprout's selling it. Sprout from FNG, Fisher onto 2, no one. Thinking about turning around, see if we can find some. He gets the Cold Snap onto a lower dance, but lower dance now turning back in. As it is G on the OD just forced back top. Yoku's got breakthrough just in time coming off. If he didn't have that, that would have been a dead man, and he may just be anyway. Mag chasing it down. The Fisher coming through Yoku. Just a tip, but the Astral to save the turnaround. Laguna Blade, Mag's punished. Sunstrike, Yoku! Juke it out, these Sunstrikes.
The awareness, man, he knows.
Oh my god, I think all kind of every single pro player seems to have got PTSD with the amount of Vokers that they're popping into their pub because we're seeing so many Dukes of the Sunstrikes these series, Andy.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you play against a hero for so long, you just have like that sixth sense.
Line.
Yeah, you do the zigzag, you know, serpentine. It works.
Really smart stuff from the guy. And swap onto FNG. He's been having a good run so far. Looks to be punished. Can they actually get him out? Maybe with the life shot. They can hold Sherman to stay back. FNG, 15 HP, pops out an extra trap. He's going to live.
Oh, we got him.
Getting taken down. Got him indeed. Shadow Demon with a final touch with a poison, and FNG lives.
Man, that's got to feel pretty bad, honestly, Drew Vega. Not getting that kill, end up losing a hero, potentially even losing the tower on top of that. That's going to be pretty painful. As it looks, actually, they're not going to go for it. They don't want to put it in deny range, I guess. I suppose they don't really have like Omni Slash or anything on the Juggernaut just yet. And speaking of going for Battle Fury, a little bit different.
Do you like the old Battle Fury?
I think it's okay in this game because going late as Jug against these types of heroes is fine. A lot of the time, Juggernaut is not seen as like the scariest 6-slotted hero, but if it's just Gyro and Invoker, I think it's more than okay to go into the ultra late game, especially considering that VP have done a really good job at controlling the laning phase. You know, they've gotten more towers right now. I mean, heck, they haven't even lost to tier 1. And we're rolling in on 14 minutes, and they're looking to potentially...
Oh, G. Sunstrike as well. G, can he get himself out of this one? Fairly tanky at the moment with that bit booster. FNG coming in with the TP. Can he block it off with the spell? Oh, no, he can't. They still get the kill, and now maybe they give them more. Solo might coming through, but pops the Echo Slam with FNG, but FNG seeming to be incredibly tanky on the next probably not quite tanky enough, though. No one comes in with a Forge Spirit for the right clicks, takes him down. It's double kill for Mag. They'll get the Shadow Demon as well. Lina trying to see if he can find anything again, but there's a Shaker with the Fisher, forcing Lina back, and it's 4 dead on VP. Vega striking back as hard as they can. They'll get a push on the tier 1 as well, and that couldn't have gone any better for the side of Vega there.
And G was extremely greedy with his Astral. He waited so long because I think that he was expecting the FNG Sprout to save him, but not expecting the Fissure, unfortunately. And Solo with that is going to help secure the kill on him, and after the fact, without your OD alive and your Juggernaut kind of farming mid, you just don't have the tools available to take that fight, and Vega pulling out a very much needed skirmish win there. They do still maintain their tier 1 mid as well. Oh man, that's a dead.
He's not maintaining his life though. Sure.
Man, much dead.
And Yoga, he's seeing that Ancient stack and he's like, oh, looking forward to having the Battle Fury, no one. He's looking forward to a bed of roses.
I don't know if he's looking forward to it per se, but he's going to be given one regardless.
I mean, how many times is it? How's the Invoker doing in terms of KDA? He's
only died once.
He's only died the once there. That was the first step. I was going to say, so far, it seems to have been a pretty clean game from no one. And yeah, 3-1-4, especially considering the lane start that he had against G's OD.
Yeah.
It's been played really nicely.
But that's the thing about Invoker is if you're playing Exort, even if you kind of get owned in lane, you can just always come back because you just use Forge Spirits, farm lanes, farm woods.
Sunstrike here, Sunstrike there.
Yeah.
You get yourself those kills, and VP going for the Roshan Vega. They are in a position to try and contest it as they make their way over. It's going to go down pretty quickly. They've got to hurry on in if they want to try and do something to stop VP from getting this one. FNG says you shall not pass, but he gets fissured and swapped in, and the defensive destruction box. Some time for the man. Raw to right there. He now gets Astral, balls everywhere, saving VP. FNG sprouts up Shama, holding him on the sidelines. Sunstrike, will it connect? Yes, it does. Laguna comes down, returns to the leg, but he's coming up with the burst charge, falling low. Sally's coming through Mag. Now on a killing spree. G moving forward on Shoma with the stick charges, keeping the Venge alive, and he's too damn fast. Shoma will get himself out to the sidelines. So Vega losing no one there in that fight. VP, they've lost 2, and now maybe 3. G gonna get disrupted here by the SD, and now Astral. He just wants himself out of this game and into an alternate reality, and he's going to be able to survive through the burst.
What? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, what?
What?
Alrighty,
I mean,
alrighty.
Yeah, What?
I think what he was trying to do is chat wheel well played spam.
Probably.
Because he was dead. Because that's what you do when you die.
It does.
Yeah.
And angrily ping whoever has the most deaths on your team.
Yes. Obviously. So
makes you feel good.
This is a really strong timing here from VP. They have almost all of their ultimates available except for Sanity's Eclipse. Laguna's up at about 15. They got Omni. Battle Fury's done on Yoku.
Oh, FNG. He's not done at all. He
That was
gets
a nice
himself a
try.
sprout to no one. Blasts himself out. Now, VP, they'll return to getting the objective with tier 1. They'll push for more across Aegis on G. They're ready to continue with this one.
This is really scary for Vega. Their Shaker is so close to Blink too. Like they need to delay this until the Shaker has Blink Dagger because then with a nicely placed Echo, they could potentially defend.
Solo 1v wanting FNG up top. Let's see how this pans out. FNG.
Fight me, mate. That's what
Shooting
Solo's
into the
saying
trees.
right
I mean, FNG's just trying to cut him out at the moment. There is a slam. Oh, in the tree line. So showing as well. FNG. Trouble Echo slam to the face, but he's got a bet. He's going to be fine for the time. Oh, it's fine for a TP, but this man, he's got a few stuns up his arms.
Okay.
Has fallen.
Oh.
Well, they did trade the tier 2 mid for that, but that was an optimistic TP there for
And that,
FNG.
as you were saying just before that, that's a huge kill because that is the Earthshaker's Blink done for the next push.
Well, it was more than just Blink. It was like 700 gold for that. He only needed 2.
Blink and a Rapier.
Yeah. I mean, Rapier, yeah, okay. You know, decent.
You know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you
easy
can
buff.
just... You can actually buy a heart on Shaker, and when you enchant, you get like almost the same amount of damage anyway, because it's base damage.
What's the percentage?
It's 400, I think.
400, isn't it?
Yeah, at max level.